Alex was a great dad who took good care of his child. He showered her, cooked her food, invented games for her. Anytime the little girl was home, his deep laughter would shake the house's walls. And then, one day, Alex no longer feels like laughing. Astrid was both a little girl and a very big girl. When she turned 4, she decided she would brush her own teeth. She was so eager to grow up. And then one day, Astrid disappears. Junon was a mom who had made a huge mistake. She had bruises everywhere, a broken arm, her skull was split. It wasn't a pretty sight, but Alex didn't mind and still took care of her. Junon was quite sure that she didn't deserve it. And then one day, she gets better. Marie was a grandmother who was often angry. As a result, she and Junon did not talk much. It was too exhausting. And then one day, Marie calls. Time passes, and Junon's body fixes itself. The bones heal, the bruises fade. Doctors call it a miracle. Junon doesn't agree. But these doctors are no good anyway. They didn't even notice that Junon's heart is strewn all around. Time passes, but a big little girl doesn't just disappear. She leaves toys and drawings lying around, and all kinds of fist-sized marks, like tiny little clenched fists punching holes into Junon's heart. Time passes, and the phone rings. Again, and again, and again. Junon doesn't know what Marie wants, but she can guess. Marie was there when Junon made her big mistake. And if Junon picks up, they'll have to talk about it. Junon can't forgive herself. So the phone rings, and nobody answers. Time passes, and Alex is still standing. He misses his daughter. He misses laughing, too. But he doesn't show it. He's taking care of everything. He cleans up, he cooks, he washes. He wants people to know that he won't crumble down. Marie keeps on calling. When the accident happened, Marie knocked her head. She looks like she's better now, but Junon is still thinking that she almost killed her. Her too, she might add, so she's not picking up. One day, Alex puts away every hint of Astrid into a big box. The apartment seems a bit empty all of a sudden. But it is what it is, and Alex isn't crying. Alex wants to rescue Junon from her sadness, wash her hair, cut her nails, spoon-feed her. He wants to be the guy you can rely on to walk back home when you're tired. But today, Junon is not walking back. Junon doesn't want to be saved. Not by Alex. not by anyone. She puts her finger through the candle flame to feel the bite. She wants to hurt, just like that time. Broken bones and ripped up flesh. She's angry that her heart is still beating. And then one day... Are you sure you want to know the rest of the story, my little fawn? I hadn't prepared anything. I was just going to wash up. I had closed the door, taken off my clothes, turned on the shower, and I started crying. I couldn't stop. I couldn't go on. I had medicine for my broken heart. And I decided to swallow it all. Your toothbrush was on the edge of the bathroom sink, which made me think of my very big little girl. Her smile full of toothpaste. I thought that maybe I too could give it a try, but I had forgotten how to. I put those little pills in my mouth, and they tasted funny on my tongue. I just needed to swallow them. And right at that moment, the phone started ringing. Marie didn't ask me why I didn't answer the phone for a whole year. She started talking as if nothing happened. I was crying too much, I couldn't answer. So she told me she could wait. And she waited until the last tear was shed. And then she told me something she had never told me. Perhaps one day I can tell you exactly what it was. But, long story short, it meant she loved us very much, you and I. In that moment, I felt like an enormous weight was lifted off of my shoulders, as if she had given me the most beautiful gift. And then she changed the subject, as she does. She had a proposal for me. Her career was taking off, and she needed someone to do the clerical work. She knew I would do it well. She told me, "It's a boring job. I'm not doing you any favors, but you can do me one." I accepted. Alex never learned what really happened that day. He panicked because he could no longer hear me, so he broke the door. But he was too late. It was all over already. That's it, my little fawn. That's the end of my story. If it weren't for Marie, I wouldn't be here to tell you, because she gave me more than words that day. She helped me understand that it was time I made my own decisions. That's the thing I figured out that night. And it changed me for the better. I would no longer rely on others to save me. Not on Marie, not Alex, not anyone else. I couldn't live like that. Not anymore.
Have I ever not been there for you?
He didn't actually understand. He didn't get the dynamic we had and what it did to us. And me neither, actually. Up until today, I lived some sort of a misunderstanding. But it's over. It's true. You were there. Not just when we lost Astrid, you've always been there. I knew that whatever happened, you'd be there. It's not easy to explain why you fall in love with someone. There was no love at first sight between your father and I. We even lost touch after high school. And still, I went to university in Lyon, and he studied video games in Angoulême, across the country. We found each other again by chance, 3 years later at a friend's party. We talked all night. It was as if we had never been apart. At some point that night, we started making out. And I immediately knew that it would last. There was something in his eyes. When he looked at me, I felt like he saw something invisible, something wonderful, something valuable. I couldn't believe, in fact, he was looking at me. I was really anxious at the time about everything. But when I woke up at his place the next day, for a brief moment, the oppressive feeling had disappeared. It happened again when I saw him the next day, and the day after, and then after that, every time we met. In spite of the distance, I felt like I was taking drugs, and it was really good. And I loved it. I didn't have that growing up with Marie. I felt like you believed in me. You're the only one who made me feel this way. You and Astrid. Yes, you too, my little dear.
I believe in you.
I know. Being with you was a gift. But it had to stop.
After Astrid died,
You see, my little fawn? Even when you're gone, you're never very far. That was the trigger, yes. When Astrid died, I did what I always do. I leaned on you. You would have the answer. You would know what to do. But But now, though, I understand. This whole time, your poor dad was fishing out corpses. Not literally. Don't worry, I'm not going crazy. It's just, it reminds me of this story I read while doing research for a screenplay. The story of a guy named Wei Peng, a farmer in the Yellow River Valley who found himself a unique occupation. His cabin is 20 kilometers downstream from Lanzhou, an industrial city that attracts poor folks looking for work. And their life is so terrible that a bunch of them are committing suicide. Young women, especially. Some kids and elderly too. More rarely, but it happens. Every morning, Wei Peng grabs his pitchfork, pops into his small boat, and he searches the river. He's looking for bulky and soft lumps. Most of the time, they're goat carcasses. But every now and then, he finds humans. When Wei Peng manages to identify the body, he sells it. Otherwise, he buries it. Between 500 and 5,000 yuan, depending on the client. I understood why people paid him. It's a horrible feeling not knowing what happened to a loved one. They were purchasing more than a mortal coil. They were purchasing peace of mind. But I didn't get why Wei Peng did it. How can you live with this job? Then I reached the end of the article. His own child died in that river. A kid your age, trying to retrieve a ball in the water. Wei Peng didn't know how to swim. He couldn't do anything. And now I understand Wei Peng. Just as I understand Alex, some people find it easier to alleviate other people's grief than to deal with their own pain head-on. Maybe that worked for you, being in that position. As long as you were taking care of me, you wouldn't have to think about yourself or about Astrid.
maybe I never thought about it that way.
Me neither, you know, I only understand this now.
Okay, then. Why? If I thought I was helping you, but actually hurting, why did you come back to see me?
I really shouldn't have. I don't know what came over me.
I was happy to see you again.
Of course, I liked it too. But it also felt like a farewell.
Last week to me, that was just like before.
Alex? Are you still there? Marie had this weird rule back home. You only get to cry once. It didn't matter the reason, from bike falls to headaches. to world hunger. She had this theory that there are two reasons one might cry. Either from surprise, when life sucker punches you, or from cowardice, when you give up on fighting back. You only get to cry once from surprise, she used to say. And there is no time for cowardice. Well, I think she forgot that there was a third possibility. Sometimes you cry because you've mustered up the courage to look at life how it is. Oh, if you're crying, I'm going to cry too. You'll never beat me at this game. I have a lot of practice.
Oh crap, Junon, I'm so sorry. You don't owe me anything. I guess I should leave you alone.
Yeah, well, haven't exactly made it easy for you.
But I'm not doing well, okay? Really, I'm not.
Wow. You don't get these heartfelt moments from him, ever. Since last week?
Let me show you something.
He wants to video chat. Oh, wow. This is, Did I ever tell you the story of the lookout? It's a very special place for us. We were driving, Alex, you and I. It was a really hot day. Alex was at the wheel. We were on our way back from a weekend at Marie's. As usual, I was stressed out from spending time with her. I was eager to get home. I was just exhausted. So when you told me your tummy was hurting, I didn't really believe you. I remember clearly thinking, oh, she's okay. And then hearing the sound. Like snow falling from the top of a roof on the first warm day. Except it wasn't snow. It was the worst pile of vomit I had ever smelled. When he saw your face in the rear view, Alex knew he had to stop immediately. You looked truly positively puzzled. You were staring at the puddle beneath your feet, then looking around to see where it came from. And I was twisting and contorting from the front seat, but unable to help. I didn't even wait for the car to stop. I jumped out, went for your door, and squeezed you against me. I didn't care if I got dirty. I just wanted you to feel good. I thought it was my fault. I should have listened to you. Your forehead was hot. It could be serious. I carried you out to the banister on the end of the clearing and laid you on the grass. Your face was pale and your eyes were bulging, and you started screaming. Oh, dear! You were vomiting, looking up, staring in the distance, screaming, oh, dear! Oh, dear! Oh, dear! And I didn't understand. I kept asking you, what's wrong, baby? Patting your back, pulling your hair away from your face to help. And there was a pit growing in my stomach and my eyes were welling up. I was terrified, and your dad was terrified. You were smiling. You pointed in front of you. Oh, dear! Oh, dear! Oh, dear! So we turned around. And on the other side of the banister, there was a cliff going straight down. And down below, there was a prairie stretching between two leafy bushes, and in the middle of the prairie, there was a deer. I could have written this whole scene. He was standing tall beneath the sunset, as if holding it with his antlers. And he was looking at us, completely stunned. He was magnificent. Alex took a picture with his cell phone. And you kept repeating, a deer, clapping your hands when he finally jumped out into the bushes. Wow, we were in a daze, you know. We couldn't believe the beauty of what we'd just seen. And then you vomited one last time on your dad's shoes. And that day, you became the world's greatest deer fan. My little deer. What are you doing over there?
Do you recognize the place?
Of course I do. I'll never forget the lookout.
Every time I take this road, I have to stop. The other drivers don't get it, of course. They ask me if I need assistance, if I broke down or something. I'm just trying to enjoy the view. It's so beautiful. Today I came here just for that.
Why the sudden rush of nostalgia? Did you see the deer again?
No. I never saw the deer again. I'll never see the deer again. And that really, really sucks.
Alex? You're scaring me a bit. You don't look well.
I'm not well. You were right, you know. This whole time I thought I was helping you. I thought you needed me so you wouldn't crumble. But that was a goddamn lie. I was the one who needed you. Even before Astrid died, I needed you. Helped Junon with her tyrannical mother, helped Junon with her screenwriting career. Shows Junon how to be happy. A good one. It was easier for me to think you had issues. But I was the goddamn issue.
It can't be easy for him to realize this, but he has to. At least I hope so. You're being harsh, Alex.
I'm not being harsh. That's a fact. And not everyone is as talented as you when it comes to forgetting the ugly stuff.
I remember getting in the car with you. I remember waking up in the hospital with Alex by my side. But what happened in between, it's a black hole for me. Apparently that's pretty common. During extreme events, your brain does not generate memories. It's too busy surviving. I survived, which I guess means that my brain worked really well. But since then, it's been mulling over this one question. Was it all my fault? I was half expecting your dad to hold it against me one day, anyway. But it doesn't hurt any less. That was really shitty.
I'm sorry. I'm just tired and sad. Do you want to know why I don't think about Astrid? The real reason? When I think about her, I say things to myself that hurt too much. That I will never see her again. That I will never hear her voice again. That I will never carry her to bed in my arms. How am I supposed to live with that?
If only I had the answer to that question. It takes time.
Yeah, that's it. It takes time. Except the more time passes, the worse it gets. And I'm getting tired of waiting.
What are you saying? Alex, what are you saying?
This place is as beautiful as ever, you know? Really beautiful. Bye, June. Good luck.
Alex, don't... Alex? Alex! Shit, I gotta get over there. Shit, Alex. I have a really bad feeling about this. Alex is strong, but... he didn't look well. I've never seen him like this. I could be imagining this, but if anything happens to him, I will never forgive myself.
You did what?
Oh, come on. I panicked. I just felt like something shady was about to happen. If you think I had any time to think. And also, I was drunk as a skunk, so...
You're insane? Completely insane?
You really think so?
Yeah. This is $3,000 whiskey. You could at least have saved me a glass.
You're so stupid. I never felt the need to lie to your father. I always told him everything, because I felt like he understood me. I can't just ignore other people's judgment. I'm not strong enough. But with Alex, I never felt judged. Do you remember the first time we made love?
How could I forget? Your arm got stuck as you took your shirt off, and you just stood there with your boobs out. That picture is forever etched in my memory. Beautiful.
Were you ever gonna come to my help?
Certainly not. I had waited so long for that moment. I was relishing it.
I will always love your father, you know. Forever. Being able to strip naked, completely naked, and feeling good anyway, that's rare. I hope that I will experience this feeling again one day with someone else. But I'm happy to have known that once in my life already. With him.
All right. You settled?
More or less.
And what are you up to? Are you writing again?
Shoot, Jan, how did you know?
Lady, this isn't rocket science. You're just like Mom. It's in your blood. Why do you think Alex has been pushing you all these years? You're the only one who's unaware that you're an artist.
For a long time, I thought Alex was pushing me to write out of mercy, because he thought that it would somehow fill a void in my life. It had never occurred to me that maybe I was actually talented, and that he had figured it out. It's time to say goodbye to your dad, I guess. I mean, farewell to us. I can no longer be with him because your absence would take up too much space. And also because I realize now that our relationship had something kind of unhealthy. But that doesn't take away from who he is, or from what he gave me. Our story together is ending, but each of us still exists. And we're even stronger than before, because we've grown up. Ready for a better rest of our lives. Shaken, transformed, rattled, but unbroken.
How am I supposed to live with that?
Today it's your dad who feels like his heart is in a million pieces. And this time, I'm the one who can help him understand that it's not all broken. I don't know. What happened to us was as unfair as it gets. I understand why it looks impossible to overcome. But I also know that you will find a way. That's who you are, Alex. You always find solutions. I'm actually trying to learn that from him. Do you remember the Gare du Nord?
What are you talking about?
When Astrid dropped Stinky Moose and he fell on the tracks. The train pulled in and she was crying her entire life out. I was already picturing Stinky Moose split in half. And what did you do?
I borrowed a selfie stick from a tourist.
You lay down on the platform and fished out Stinky Moose, just in time. And you gave him back to Astrid without even cleaning him up? You filthy slob.
Are you still hung up on that? The whole thing was a rush. I wasn't thinking.
You'll be all right, Alex. Sometimes you need to let go of things you thought would be forever. But you're still here, unbreakable. And to be honest, Pauline is totally Eva Mendes.
Come on, you're stupid. You know I'm not actually Ryan Gosling, right?
Just let me live my fantasies, please.
Thank you, Junon. Do you think it was damaging, us being together?
To each other or to ourselves? We did what we could.
I would have loved to know another way.
Yeah, but it makes sense that we can only now understand these things. I think that's called growing up.
I'm sorry for what I said about Marie. I hope she gets better.
It's okay, Alex. I'm not going to blame you for always being on my side.
Did you go see her?
No, not yet.
You should. 'Cause you never know.
You're right. Of course he's right. Then why is it so hard?
Junon, I need to tell you something. I know that you don't remember the accident, and I know you can't help it. And I know it's not fair, but I resent you for that. And it scares me.
I'd like to believe that knowing what happened that day wouldn't change a thing. But I know that's not true. Because there are only two options. Either my daughter is dead, or I killed my daughter. Scares.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel really angry. I think that not knowing is driving me crazy. So if one day you do remember something, anything really, please tell me.
I don't know if I will, but... I too would like to know. And I too am angry.
Oh, June, I'm sorry,
Could you stop being sorry all the time? That is not sexy. Is Ryan Gosling ever sorry in the movies, huh? What about Hugh Grant? Is he sorry? Huh? Hey, Adam Driver?
I mean, yeah. They do have that hangdog look.
Fair point.
I've got to go, June.
Don't do anything stupid, okay?
What? No way. I would never. Did I sound that depressed to you?
A little bit, yeah. But I could be projecting.
I just need to... I'm going to call Pauline, actually. Say hi to Diane for me. And... good luck with your mom. It's going to be okay.
I think so too. I'll talk to you soon, Alex. Whew. What a conversation. But I think it really helped us. Really. Why couldn't we talk like this before? That depends on what before we're talking about here. Before you were born? Before you died? Or before you were born, we were kind of lost. I felt like I didn't exist, like I didn't know why I was here. I was a little bit depressed, I think. A lot, actually. Then you came, and everything changed. I miss you a lot, you know? Hey, what are you doing here? Did you follow me? It's forbidden to be here. Hey, wait! Where are these kids' parents? Come back! That could be dangerous! Oof! I haven't run this much since high school. Hey! Can you hear me? Hello? This kid, I swear. Anyone here? There she is. What is she up to? Hey, get down from there. It's dangerous.
Don't worry, Mom. It's fine.
No, no, no. I've got to get out of here. Seriously, though, what is happening? Am I going crazy? What happened that day? There's no way I forgot everything. It's gotta be there somewhere. Ah, but it's still such a blur.
Will you be sticking around this time, or are you gonna run away again?
What the hell is happening?
Hey, what's up with the curse words? Are they allowed now?
Did you just hear what I was thinking?
Are you surprised? You've been talking to me in your head for years. Was I supposed to leave you hanging forever?
Is it really you?
Nope. It couldn't possibly be the real me, seeing how I'm... you know... dead. Like Dad used to say, there's nothing wrong with asking questions. Just make sure you think before you ask.
Listen here, Missy. That's enough sass from you. I can still bust your ass even if you're a ghost or whatever.
I'm not a ghost. At least, I don't think so. Let's just say that I'm here. Isn't that good enough?
It's more than good enough, my little fawn. This is the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Probably the most worrying thing also.
Mom, am I really scaring you right now?
Hey, don't do that! Did nobody teach you it's rude to read people's minds?
How about you stop thinking and talk to me instead?
I'm so happy to see you.
So am I. And I think you're very pretty.
Oh, thank you, little fawn. I only sleep about 5 hours a night. My hair is so dirty that it won't budge even if I untie it, and I'm smoking more than the Amazon rainforest under Bolsonaro.
I've noticed. That's very bad, by the way. That stuff kills, Mom.
Ah, typical me. My imaginary 9-year-old daughter swings by to give me an earful.
I did tell you that you were pretty first. Come on, let's check out what's upstairs. Oh, wow. The view's really nice.
Astrid. I'm sorry, Astrid.
Sorry for what?
You know.
I have no idea. I don't read minds anymore. My mom raised me better than that.
That's cute, little fawn. I'm so sorry about... That wasn't a joke.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's just... Do you remember what happened?
No. I mean, I remember that we were going to Mina's birthday party. I was driving, but after that, it's all a blur.
See? That's why I was laughing. You totally forgot how it happened. For all you know, we were struck by a meteor through the windshield or something. So I ask again, why are you sorry?
Stop it. I know what you're trying to do, but whatever happened, it was me, Astrid. It was my fault.
All right. You're not ready to talk. You need more time to think.
Astrid. Come back. Needs more time to think. What am I even talking about? I'm mulling over my dead daughter's imaginary advice. I'm going off the deep end here. Still so blurry. As if I didn't really want. What the hell am I afraid of? What does it mean to be a mother? Is it being 100% focused on your child? Is it always knowing what to do? Never having any doubt? Is it sacrificing your ambitions? If you do all that, are you automatically a good mom? And what if you don't manage it? Does that make you a bad mom? I've asked myself all of these questions a lot. Do you want to try and find an answer together?